conduction. It is the mode of transfer of heat in solids. If heat has to be transferred by conduction, there are two conditions that are very, very important. The first condition is that the two objects have to be in between which the heat has to be transferred. Those two objects have to be in contact with each other. If they are not in contact with each other, heat will not be transferred by conduction. Okay? The first important thing is that the two objects have to be in contact with each other. Suppose if this heat has to be, this is a container, and if heat has to be transferred from this to here, so if I keep it here at a distance, heat will not be, this will not receive any heat. If it is not in contact, this will not become hot and will not receive heat by conduction. Unless if I keep it here over this, after some time, suppose if this is getting heated, if this is receiving heat and if I keep it here, then after some time this also becomes hot because of conduction. Okay, you must have seen that when mummy is making curry, by mistake if she leaves the spoon in that container, okay, while stirring it, if she leaves the spoon there, after some time when you touch the spoon, it will be very hot. You will not even be able to touch. Right? This is because of transfer of heat by conduction. That is the first one. Second one is their temperature has to be different. Suppose if both the ends have the same temperature, then no more transfer of heat takes place by conduction. If heat has to be transferred by conduction, the temperature of two objects have to be, or the two ends have to be different. There should be a difference in temperature, and the transfer of heat takes place till the temperature of both the ends become equal. Right. This is how transfer of this activity. Actually we will be doing it in the next video, but then let me explain this, how to do this activity. Now for this we have to take a metallic. To prove that heat is conducted in solids, we have to take a metallic rod. This metallic rod can be anything. It can be iron, it can be made up of steel, or it can be made up of aluminium, it can be made up of copper, or any long metallic rod. So now here I have taken, for my activity, I have taken this long metallic rod. Okay, a steel rod I have taken. And to this, I will fix at certain distance with this candle some wax. I will melt the wax and then put a drop of wax at certain distance on this iron. I'll put one drop here, one drop here, one drop here, like that. I'll put some wax here. Okay. And then after I heat the wax, I will fix the bell pins. What are bell pins? You know it, these pins. So these pins I'll fix it at a distance. Wherever I have put a drop of wax, into that I'll put a bell pin. Okay. And then I will arrange it like this. I will arrange it on bricks, or I will arrange it at a distance so that one end of it can be heated. So that I can heat one end with a flame. The source of heat will be at this end, but then there is no bell pin. Okay. Here there is a bell pin with wax. How is it attached to this steel rod? I have attached it with a drop of wax. Okay. But then I am not heating it. When I am heating it here, after some time I find this bell pin dropping. Okay. Then this bell pin will drop because heat from this end is conducted from molecule to molecule and then reached here. When it reached here, the wax will melt and then the bell pin will drop. Then after some time you will find this bell pin dropping, which means that the heat is conducted up to here and then the wax melted and then this will drop. Like that, this bell pin also will drop. Like this and this. That means heat is conducted from this end to this end. Okay. From hot end to colder end, the heat is conducted. This is the activity that proves that heat is conducted through solids. That's the reason why most of the, all metals are good conductors of heat. So all those containers where heating is required, heating effect is required, they're all made up of metals. And then their handles, are all made up of non-metals, maybe either with bakelite or with wood they are made up of. So they are, which are insulators. So conductors and insulators. I think I have explained about conductors and insulators in the previous video also.